Damn, we're on. I thought we were on, Hoss. I think we're on.
Looking like fools.
Huh?
You guys are, okay? We fooled you guys. You thought we didn't know?
Yo, and let it. Yeah. Let me see what. It's got a skeleton crew, huh?
Yeah, skeleton crew. We're seeing if we can just replace Javi with ourselves. Just kidding. He couldn't make it today. So, shout out to Javi. But,
Okay, we're on.
yeah.
Make sure audio's good. Yeah, but Javi couldn't make it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And dude, I was mad because honestly we had a good weekend. You don't think so, Hoss?
We had a very good weekend.
Right?
Yeah.
We tried to say, oh, Javi, you've been doing a good job, right?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, we said, oh, Javi, you're doing a good job. We're going to try to do a merger between the powerful one
Yep.
and Cynthia, right?
Yep.
Well, for the last, 3 weeks, we're calling, Ho Cynthia, right? We were calling it. It's like
a whole event.
Yeah, a whole event. We were planning, right? We said, oh, let's go to quarters, let's do. And what ended up happening, Hoss?
So I ended up showing up, and obviously Javi had all the doors to his Escalade open, right? I don't know why. I pulled up, all the doors are open. He doesn't need all doors open. And you guys are chatting.
This was this weekend.
Yeah, and they're chatting in the shade of the Escalade doors.
That's how, well,
like the sun was shining, and they're just like, oh, we're just going to sit in the shade of the doors of the Escalade. And I'm like, what's this? Why are you guys not prepared? We're going to go, to quarters, have a couple drinks, then go get some good food. And you think you can tell the rest?
So, well, first, then Javi starts crying, He's like, oh, I had palpitations, I was like, what do you mean, pal, He's like, oh, I'm not doing so good, Jose. I was like, well, it was supposed to be your birthday. And then, were they even dressed in birthday attire, Hoss?
Oh,
like,
no,
when they, dude, honestly, and Javi,
not
you
even
guys have
birthday
seen him
suits,
here.
Yeah.
Javi, he dresses pretty nice, right?
He does.
He usually dresses pretty nice. And when you saw, dude, I thought it was like maybe it was like a migrant caravan at first. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But it was an Escalade.
Yeah.
Not a caravan, dude. But Javi pops out, dude. He's like, one of his eyes is open, right? He's got like a couple eye boogers.
Oh, yeah.
Cynthia, she doesn't even know what's going on. She doesn't even, why are we here?
She's delirious, just...
Why? And she also dresses really nice, and she was dressed still nice, but she wasn't dressed fancy, right? Because we were going to have a nice...
Yeah. She wasn't going to go get dessert.
Yeah, and I was dressed like a butler, right? I said, hey, I was dressed like what I had said. It's like I was going to cater to you guys, right, host? And how was I dressed?
Oh, you were dressed to the nines, right? So he
to
had
the tens, almost, right?
Almost to the tens, but not quite. 9.5. He had the cockroach tuxedo suit on.
Oh yeah.
So the tail at the back that splits, and he had the very sharp lapels, and it was silk lapels too, right? He had patent leather shoes, and he had the whitest of white towels draped over his forearm.
Oh, yeah, it was nice.
And then I showed up and he goes, Mr. Powerful One, at your beckoning, is what he started with, which is quite impressive.
So it was nice. And he sees Javi and Cynthia, and I was like, dude, vibe killed, right?
Yeah, instantly.
So that was... and then what was I supposed to tell again? What happened?
Yeah, what occurred, because it was supposed to be all of us. Oh, Cynthia.
Yeah, so she's like, oh, dude, and here's the thing. Dude, here's what I hate about people with kids, right? You plan something fun, right? I'm going to do something nice for you. I'm going to take you out. Dude, I saved all my money, right, Hoss? Like, I've been saving all my money. It's not a lot, but I saved some.
It's something. It's honest.
You know what
money.
I mean? It's honest, hard earned.
Yeah.
Gosh, dude. So I save all this money. They're like, oh, but the kids are here. I was like, okay, they can come with us. Yeah, they're not about that. They're napping. One of them needs to, dude, they start telling you all this good stuff, dude, you don't need to hear. You know what I mean? I could just give them a couple tablets. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. A couple Benadryls.
Oh, yeah. A couple Miss Rachels. They're good. Yeah. So now they get out of the whole thing. Oh, yeah. Cynthia's not, she has to go pray or something like that. You know what I mean? She's going to go with the kids or whatever to her parents. And now it's just me, Hoss. And dude, and honestly, that was already... Did you feel like maybe she overtook your birthday, Hoss? Like Cynthia?
Yeah, she definitely did.
Yeah.
So obviously, I mean, I embrace her, right? I dap up Jose and Javi, and then I give her a hug. And as we're pulling away from the hug, she says, "My birthday's more special than yours." Like whispered it in my ear. The others didn't hear it.
Oh,
I didn't want to rat her out,
that?
but you put me in a position to have to say it.
A position of power.
Yeah. I don't like ratting people out. That's not really ratting her out. Maybe, maybe not. Who know? You can be the judge of that. But she said that, and I felt some type of way. So
now it's just me, Hoss, and Javi, right? And the first thing that Javi wants to do, he's like, "Oh, let's drive in the Fusion." I was like, "Bro, Hoss is usually me and Hoss that can go in the Fusion, right?"
yeah.
So he's like, "Oh, I want to go on the Fusion." I
I
was
started begging though.
like, "Yeah." What did he say?
Please, please. Just he kept saying please.
And the Fusion, you guys already know, it's usually me and Hoss, but now I have the car seat too, right?
Yep.
So I was trying to get out of it, right? Because I have my dog seat in the back.
Yep.
You know, for Badger, he's over here, he's resting. And what does Javi say? I can get in. I can get in the dog
Yeah,
thing.
he's
right?
like, all fit.
I'll make it work.
And he started looking like Dalsim from Street Fighter,
Oh,
and started
bro.
folding his legs to like hop into it and perch into the dog chair. But
I was like, what are you doing, bro? So he's not, now he's in the dog seat. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So can you imagine two Patriots in the front? And
so
then
he's
you
already
got-
in the doghouse at home, and now he wants to sit in the dog seat.
feeling like
Come
a
on,
little bit.
Cynthia.
Oh, and we end up going, what's up, Spades, Granola? What's going on, Nate?
What up, fellas?
Bro, but we end up saying, oh, we're going to go to Habibi Grill, right? We're
Yeah.
going to get some bomb food, right, Hoss? And Hoss, he already looks Middle Eastern, right?
Yeah,
You are-
especially explosive.
Yeah. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And then we get there, and there's a couple of Asians. Dude, why does Habibi Grill supposed to be Middle Eastern? Why is there so many Asians? Because they even had an Asian bus or whatever.
Well, there's a bunch of Asian restaurants in that area, and I think they're just like want to try something new. Because these aren't like your typical bring your whole family now. They're like probably first stateside generation.
But even our
So they-
waiter was Asian.
Yeah, but I think it's just they want to get out of the Asian shadow. You know what I mean?
Oh, their parents?
Yeah,
Too much math
They
going
want to
on?
rebel. Like, oh, what make our parents mad? So
Damn, boy.
oh, we do with the sand people.
Getting with
you know?
that freaking sandstorm, huh?
They only know simple subtraction: 10, 9, 8, 7. So you know what I mean? Like instead of complex math, it's just 10 counting down and then boom.
Bro. Honestly, let's do like if we do a top maybe 5, or like the top 5 more strict parents. What could you think,
The
bro?
most strict parents.
Because like, dude, Middle Easterns are up there, bro. Like
oh, they're up there. I mean,
they don't
really-
even let the women say you can't even show their face, bro.
Oh, they don't. But they don't even claim. At least the Asians own it for them. Like the Middle Easterns, they say it's Allah. You know what I mean?
a la carte.
Yeah, they're not like this is my demand. This is Allah demands it.
Yeah, but that's like, but they still hold a standard pretty good, right? Like, remember when we tried to do Ramadan, bro? We would barely be eating right now.
Yeah, it's true.
So we tried to do Ramadan. We tried to live like them. It was hard. Remember
Yeah, but the parents didn't. Allah did it for us. You know what I mean?
the power of Allah.
Power of Allah.
So you're
Allah
saying
power.
that, dude? Yeah, you're right. Middle Eastern, the easiest.
Yeah, they just deflect. They're
The
just like,
easiest
don't be mad
religion.
at me. You're be mad at Allah, and then you'll burn in hell if you are mad at Allah.
Unless you're jihadi, maybe. Is that
Maybe.
you know,
Yeah.
or a black Israelite. You think
So
so?
I mean, you can pick.
Oh, okay. I got one.
Go ahead.
5th place. Oh, but I don't know if this is religion. But let's do Jehovah Witness family.
That is religion, but I think that counts.
That would suck. Imagine.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, because
Mom,
look,
can I
they're
have-
telling you only 300,000 of us are going to be saved.
Uh,
So they're like, you
Like,
gotta
wow.
shape up. And don't you
why
think?
would it even be worth living? You know what I mean? It's like, bro, there's gonna be. That means you're like in purgatory forever, right? If there's gonna be 300,000 saved,
Yeah.
it's like there's like a heaven draft going
Dude,
on.
that's not even all of like Connecticut. So I wonder if some of the parents try to set traps for some of the other kids to fail, just so their kid can get into heaven. You know what I mean? Because they have a limited number. It's not like standard Christianity where
300,000.
if you're good, you'll go. It doesn't matter the number.
Dude, 300,000, like you said, that's like what city would that be? Maybe like Magna or something, huh?
It's double the size of West Jordan.
Oh yeah, bro, that's like your
Pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah, that's no, dude.
Well,
heaven
West Jordan's
would be-
grown now. It's
You get
probably West
bored of
Jordan,
heaven.
but-
You know what I mean? You got a couple people doing crimes,
Yeah.
right?
They keep knocking at your door. You're like, dude, I already made it. Stop knocking on my door.
And they have hell hosts or no? In
Yeah.
Jehovah Witness?
Only the 300,000 make it. You know, everybody else, they're screwed.
That would be pretty nice then to go to Jehovah Witness hell then.
Isn't that a song? Knock, 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 knocking on
Heaven's
heaven's door. Only
Raise the
300,000, you
roof.
know?
See, but that would be a good hell to go to, Jehovah Witness hell, because like you're guaranteed that mostly everybody's
Oh,
going to
you're
be with
guaranteed
you.
peace. No one's ringing your doorbell. No one's, knocking at your door. So that is probably a good heaven.
No parties, right?
Yeah,
so
no
the devil's
party-
not
no
going to do anything
birthdays.
sketchy.
Yeah.
The devil's not going to try to do
I wish I
nothing
had a
weird.
birthday wish. No, you forgot my birthday. God demanded it. You know, I don't have to remember your birthday.
What would you do
You
for
selfish bitch.
Jehovah Witness hell? Do you think like, if there's no weird punishments, right? Because
You just watch on TV loop the Jehovah's Witness that made it to heaven. That's your hell. You're just watching them live in heaven.
dude, they can't even celebrate, dude. So imagine,
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. They're just sitting around.
bro. But then you imagine you make it a heaven, right? you're in Jehovah Witness heaven,
Yeah.
and like
Which is ironic because now
It's
the
like
people in
that
hell,
quiet.
they become the witness. Jehovah's Witness.
Jehovah Witness myth busted. Yeah, but I was like, so imagine now you're in heaven. It's like you got to heaven, right? You're one of 300. It's like one of those scenes of like The Walking Dead when the guy Rick wakes up and it's like super quiet. You know, like he
Yeah.
doesn't know that he's in the zombie apocalypse.
I've never seen it, but okay.
Well, he doesn't know he's in a zombie apocalypse. It's dead quiet. So like you get to heaven, everything's just
Quiet.
dead quiet. It's like, dude, who's there? Because they can't be having fun. You
No,
know?
they can't be having fun.
So you're not going to hear any like, or maybe that's when they finally get to have fun. Maybe there's
Maybe.
like a heaven playground. You know?
Yeah, but it's like still strict. Jesus is like, look, you get a slice of cake, maybe a little bit of Martinelli sparkling cider, you know, just something a little zesty to drink, and you're good.
Who greets you? Jehovah Witness heaven. Shout out Marv Wonder. What's going on, Unc?
What up, Marv?
You get to Jehovah Witness heaven.
How
Who
are
gets to-
Jehovah's Witnesses greeted?
Maybe
they
they
have
have a
to-
butler.
Yeah, they have to
That
hear
has-
10 hours of door knocking before they get to enter. So they're in their
There is a
coffin.
door. There's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
a gate. There's a door.
It's a door. Yeah, it's a wooden door, chestnut specifically, because it reverberates more when you knock on it. So they have to experience the door knocking for 10 hours before they, whatever the heaven's equivalent of 10 hours is. So they still have to suffer slightly before, because there's only 300,000. Like, it's an exclusive club. So they have to, like, blood, sweat, and tears. You thought they suffered enough here with no birthday parties. They're going to suffer a little bit more in heaven.
And what? So what is it? Those like, okay, you get there, maybe a butler or who greets you, who lets you in, and can they say welcome to heaven, or is that too exciting? You know, because they could be like, welcome to who's going to give you the tour? The Jehovah
I think they
Witness?
just say thank you for making it. Yeah, that seems a bit
and you
more.
get like a little pamphlet, right?
Yeah, a pamphlet.
Thank you for
Exactly
making-
the ones that they were handing out.
Oh, bro, it would be nice. You get like a one of, you know, like whatever number you are that went to
Yeah, 1
heaven.
to 300,000.
You're like,
It's like a Pokemon card, like it's numbered and labeled, like 1 out of
bro,
300,000.
hey, but that would suck. That you get like number 40 out of 300,000. You're like, bro, there's 40 people in heaven. I died in 2025,
Oh, man.
bro.
And the chances of them being someone from like centuries before you is pretty high, right?
Yeah, bro. So it's like dude, and Jehovah Witness wasn't even invented back then. I don't think so.
No.
So you're missing out. Like Jesus is probably not up there, right?
No, he's
Like,
not. Even though that's who they were trying to witness. I mean, clearly Judas isn't making it for other reasons. But Mother
is that?
Teresa isn't making it, ironically
A lot
enough.
of people aren't making it, dude.
Yeah.
So it's like just
Dude, Harriet Tubman isn't making it. Dude, come on, Jehovah's Witness.
we have to figure out there what's like the coolest Jehovah Witnesses
I don't know any.
that have
Well,
that have ever
Grant,
existed.
That's. I mean, I knew some, but they defected, so they're not even making it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be hard. You know, you get their number because even if you think about it, your number 10,000 out of 300,000, you get your little badge, Lord Wolf.
Yeah. But just think of though, 300,000 is a crazy number because right now we have over 300 million people in the U.S. That's less than 1% that's making it. If it was just the U.S. population as it is now, it's not however many years before, how many years after. So
But they don't have that many Jehovah Witnesses like in like the Middle East, huh? They don't have nothing like that.
no, it's a bit too celebratory.
They have like
They have like candles that in the night sky. It's a bit too celebratory out there.
because I do have a couple cousins that are Jehovah Witness, bro, but they were alcoholics. I'm like, how are you guys even Jehovah Witness? You know what I
They're
mean?
trying to witness Jesus through the being drunk.
You know, so we're gonna do that the 5th, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you got a fourth of the,
So I mean, well, you picked Jehovah's Witness.
and it was supposed to be for dating, or what were we even talking?
No,
about?
we're just saying the most strict parents.
Oh, the most strict parents. Okay, Jehovah Witness are up there, bro. You don't even get to see your parents. Like, if you're a Jehovah Witness and you hate your parents,
Yeah.
there's a good chance you don't see them again. All the other religions
That might
are
be
like,
the only reason to join.
Yeah.
It's just so you don't have to see someone that you know isn't going to make it.
oh, I didn't even know my parents to begin with us.
You know what? Number 4, I'm going to go with Filipino parents. They're very nice, but they're pretty strict.
What do they do with the Filipino community?
They're all nurses.
Oh yeah.
That's like almost the only thing. Every Filipino I've known, for the most part, is a nurse.
Or a nurse practitioner. Huh?
Yeah, something in the medical field.
Dang. Dude.
Some equivalent of
well, they have good
profession.
boxers.
Fantastic boxers. And,
You know.
Yeah, name them. I only know one.
Dude, I was watching. Let me show you a video
hold
really
on,
quick,
there's gonna be-
because they have.
Because I know people associate strict with like pretty aggressive or mean, but
Let me show you a quick video really quick because they had.
you don't think Amish parents are strict?
I'm gonna show you this.
Amish parents have to be strict, right?
Magic. Because I was watching
We'll share it on
couple
the screen
videos.
as well.
Yeah, I was watching a couple videos and they had the Filipinos, bro. I keep watching now. Now my algorithm it keeps going like now it's not weird people anymore. You know what I mean? Now it's like we got a couple Filipinos right here. You know, but they do this. They have the magic water. They say, oh,
Magic water,
yeah,
huh?
they drink magic water.
This is the crispiest water you'll ever drink. This is magic water, or better known as palamig in the Philippines.
Palamig?
Props to Aling Bebe who popularized the drink and has been selling this for years. I started by making clear gelatin by dissolving a packet in boiling water with sugar. I then poured the liquid into a glass container to chill for a few hours, and once the gelatin had a chance to set, I cut these into tiny cubes. To make the actual drink,
So
you'll need
people
the
think
key
that it's
ingredient,
real
of
water,
course,
but it's a
which is
bunch of
ice cold water,
sugar.
sugar, and a couple
See?
drops of Filipino banana essence.
So it's Kool-Aid
Then
without
give drink
the
a taste
color.
and
It's that
adjust your
Filipino Kool-Aid, bro. But
preference.
they,
Finally toss
dude, they
in
get all the
gelatin
tourists, bro.
and a
Like the
bunch of
tourists go
ice.
there.
The tourists, like the people that were born in certain parts of the year. Or is it the May?
Like that. Look, you go, they get the white people like this. They're like, oh, you want magic water? Dude, the people are paying like $800 for a magic water. That's all it is, bro.
It's just a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I was going to say Filipinos are good at doing that, host. Magic water.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's something new I learned.
Yeah. Maybe you should make some. You think you can make some magic water, host?
You think I can make magic water?
You can make some pretty nice ones. You don't think so?
I'd make extra magic water.
Because
I'd make power water.
I was gonna say the water. If you think about it, though, in America, the water game is kind of we don't have a good one. We have Gatorade, right? We have like sports athletic drinks for athletes.
Every time a friend of mine goes to Europe, they complain that there's like no water fountains anywhere. And then when they ask for water at the restaurants,
Oh, there's no ice.
No, they ask them. They're like, are you guys okay to drink tap water?" And most of my friends aren't because some of them are bougie.
Yeah,
but
they want that bottle, huh?
Yeah, they want that Voss water.
Yeah,
they want
that. What is it? The plastic. What is it called? The BP.
plastic. BPA free. Or
Yeah, they
whatever.
want that BPA.
So yeah, actually, the U.S. probably has the best water game. We
No,
shit in water clean enough
No,
to
I was
drink.
gonna say. So they have a good water game that it's like just regular water, but they have a weak like they don't have magic water. They don't have like Mexican waters or tamarindo like they have in Puerto Rico. They don't
that's
have
fair.
they don't have a water game like that.
I see what you
I'm
mean.
trying to say.
Okay, yeah.
Like what waters like, dude? You get
Soda's
lemonade.
Like, soda is the reign supreme out here
Oh yeah.
because people have that for breakfast.
you
They're
got a
like,
couple
"Oh,
people
I've
with
got my
that big
Mountain
gulp,
Dew."
huh?
Yeah, I taste the mountain in this dew.
Dude, that's.
And then they refill it by lunch.
Bro, I always think that's like the craziest, bro. Is like I know that's like a different type of savage when like somebody's like walks in with their big gulp or
It is. It's another breed of people.
you know you're like
yeah.
damn, bro, and they always got like that yellowish tone, like
Yeah.
so. Dude, and what's crazy is like
Their
those are the
face
people
matches
that don't
their
get
teeth.
sick, but they
Yeah.
don't get sick.
They're like COVID was nothing to them.
It's like, dude,
They still showed up at
They
7-Eleven.
never call out. They're never sick.
No.
They never get anything.
Yeah, but they're also like mid employees. You're right. They'll never call out, but they also just like kind of bare minimum.
yeah, they're just getting through life.
Yeah.
One gulp at a time.
Their kidneys don't allow them to do anything else because it's filtering all that soda.
Okay, so you got Filipinos.
Yeah.
But Filipinos, it would be nice if they were parents.
Yeah, they're nice. I don't
Because
think
they
I'd-
they cook you, right? They say, oh, honey, hey, honey.
They make you adobo.
Yeah, they make you, dude.
Chicken
And
adobo.
if you're a girl, they say, dude, if I was a Filipino girl, like, bro, they get you a nice man.
Yeah, usually a white American man,
Yeah.
but that's still a nice man.
And for the boys, dude, maybe they're lonely, huh? The Filipino boys, you don't think so?
Some of them become Filipino lady boys. Maybe because they want to be treated like the ladies in the
Yeah.
Philippines.
Dude, that's real. That's where we need to go, bro. The Democrats. That's where we need to go over to the Philippines. You know, we lost here,
Yeah.
but we're gonna go to the Philippines and we're gonna empower the boys over there. You know what I mean? Holmes?
Empower the boys to be better women than the women.
Be like, look, we got all these extra supplies. We're taking them to the Philippines. You
Yeah,
know?
for sure.
You guys already got the doctors. It'll be an easy transition.
Yeah. Socialism will be nice out there.
Yeah, because it's like, dude, because you don't hear good like for example, like you were talking to other Asian people, right? Like, oh, their dads, right? It's like, oh, honor and stuff like that. You know, they bow and stuff like that. But you never heard like a good Filipino dad. When have you heard like about a good Filipino dad? If you really think about it.
No, you just think of the loving and nurturing mothers.
Yeah, you've
That's
never
true.
like most of this like, oh, the dad was a drunk, right? They always have that, or like
Yeah.
he was a boxer, right?
True.
Like, there's no like, I think maybe that might be the worst. Maybe the worst boy parents. You don't think so? The worst fathers might be Filipino.
It's definitely top 5 worst. So maybe we should have made a list for that.
Dude, and they always got like the uncles having an affair with the niece. They like have crazy stuff like that.
They
too.
do have crazy stories like that.
Yeah, that it's just like everything's like fair game. You're
Okay,
like
so they're not
marrying your
number 4.
cousin.
That's clear.
No. Take it back. Apologize to the Filipino people.
I'm not apologizing to them. I said a lot of nice things about Filipinos.
So the fourth wars. You were going with the Amish.
Yeah,
you
the
wanna go
Amish
with
are
the
pretty
Amish?
strict. They made a show about kids that defect from the Amish lifestyle. So I'm going to go with the Amish. They're very nice as well, but they have they don't do electricity, but they have that magic oven that
You said Amish or Jew?
Amish.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say German. Relax. They have that magic oven that I don't know if it's powered by a hamster that just runs on an endless wheel, but it produces heat in like 0-degree weather.
Oh,
They don't
really?
believe in electricity.
Dude, we got to hook them up with the magic water and the magic
Yeah.
oven.
Yeah. They're the ones that believe the most in forgiveness. I don't care how people
the
like,
Amish?
the
Yeah.
Buddhists or any of like the Amish are the ones that forgive the easiest. Crazy how much they forgive. One of their people will be murdered intentionally by someone, and you'll see them next day like we've already forgiven them. We're praying for the murderer's family to find peace.
Yeah.
And even the murderer, actually, quite frankly. So imagine having to know that you have a right to hold a grudge, and your parents are like, no, you can't hold a grudge. You got to forgive them. That's pretty strict, so I'm going to put them at number 4.
Damn, do you remember this year when they went voting?
Yeah.
They were showing the Amish for Trump.
They were on their little carriages and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that's pretty cool, bro.
How did they use the machines if they don't believe? Did they do paper ballots
I
then?
don't know, bro.
'Cause they can't do electricity. They'll never hear this
they
though,
were
because they
rigging
don't
the
believe in.
election.
Yeah, this will never get back to them. You could say awful stuff. I'm not going to. You can say awful stuff about them.
About the
they'll-
Amish?
yeah,
But the ones that broke free, they can probably hear. Because they lose all contact with their family, huh?
correct. So it's not going to get back to
Bro.
them.
So that's like the real kind of purgatory, huh? Like for, they kind of have their own real heaven and
Jehovah's
hell.
Witnesses figured it out, or Amish figured it out before Jehovah's Witness. They're already figuring it out on Earth.
They're like,
So-
oh, okay, you don't want to talk to me? I don't fuck
So
with
2
you?
religions already, right?
Damn, bro.
So Amish,
Would you, but let's say you were an Amish dad, Hoss, because you got a nice Amish beard a little bit, you know?
a little bit,
Like,
and I
would
like
you,
oatmeal. That means close, not exactly,
and
but
butter, right? You
yeah.
like turning butter, Hoss?
a little bit. I usually have someone do it for me, but
So,
on occasion I have to.
So let's say maybe I'm your son, right? And I'm a
Okay.
good son, right? I do good. We got together, dude. I'm nice with the axe. You know what I mean, Hoss? I'm nice
You want to repeat that? You're nice with the what?
with the axe.
Okay.
Axe.
Ask
Asking
another question. Yeah.
You know, so I'm nice with the axe, right? So it's like maybe I'm good at a couple other animal stuff in the farm. You know what I mean? I'm a good butcher, right? I'm a good wagon driver. But then I leave. But you and I, we were best friends. I'm like, Dad, I love you. Like, you wouldn't try to write me a letter or anything like that. Like you don't think, oh man, I'm gonna send him a postcard or send him like a Amish pie or something to my son. You know, for
As
his
long as you
birthday.
gave me your address, because I'm not going to go looking for it. Because remember, I don't have access to the internet. I don't believe in electricity. So I'm also not going to do extra legwork just because you decided to abandon me to send you anything. So if you're like, hey, here's my address, feel free to get in contact with me anytime you want, then I would.
And what would you tell me? Would you tell me like, hey, I miss you, I wish you never left, or would you try to convert me back to?
I'd always start the letter with, hey, I forgive you. And somewhere in the middle, I'd also say, hey, I forgive you. And then I'd also end it with, I forgive you. That way I guilt trip you to knowing that I'm just a better person than you.
Oh, you were trying to be a salesman. Like when they say, if you say yes a lot,
Yes, then
eventually
eventually
they'll say yes.
Yes. If you ask questions where they are forced to say yes, hey, is the Earth round?
Okay, so-
yes.
So how would you write me a letter? So now you're writing me a letter, right? So it's like, oh, I'm your little. Oh, I miss you so much.
Did you leave because you left the Amish people on purpose and you hated the lifestyle, or what?
Well, I did my bar mitzvah or whatever they do when they go there and they have to party for. They get to party for like a week, don't they?
The steel cut oats, Quaker?
The Amish, they have to party
Yeah.
for a while, don't they?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's like when they turn like a certain age, they can go experience the world.
Oh, and then decide if they want to come back or
Yeah,
not.
so they can do like anything that they want. Like they're encouraged to do drugs, to do whatever they want. And then if they like it, they can stay, or if not, they can come back.
I didn't know that. I thought that was just a TV show.
No, that's real. Like when they hit a certain age, like they have the freedom to go experience the world or to come back. And a lot of them, it's like, bro, like they get like 6 tattoos. They have sex with strippers, and
Yeah.
they're on cocaine, and they're like, yeah, this is not for me. This it's like a complete, like
Yeah, it's like if you're trying to get into the drug game and you immediately jump into heroin, you might like it the moment you're doing it, but the moment you come off that high,
yeah.
you are hating life.
Like, dude, and some
And you'll
people
die
don't
quick,
even
too.
like the phones. Like, that so many people are like with phones or like taking like recording them.
It's such a cultural shock that can't be good for them.
So they freak out. So that's what happens. A lot of them freak out. They're like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna go.
I'm not gonna live that devilish lifestyle.
Somebody
They experience
takes them in a
worst of the
fast car.
worst.
You take a couple Amish in a fast car, Hoss.
Oh man, you tell them how many horses are in the engine,
They're like, where?
Yeah.
You don't have the answer, Sway.
And then that's where you leverage. Hey, tell me what's in those ovens that you use or those heaters that they make.
But what would you tell me? Like, maybe I'm your son. I left, right? It's like maybe
Yeah.
either I found love, but I'm always, I told you I was working hard and stuff like that. I realized like, oh, you know what? Maybe over here I wanted to become like an engineer, or I wanted to, do something like that. Maybe I was good with, nice with things. You know what I mean? What would you tell me like on a letter?
Okay, dear Jose,
And mind you that is it okay if I
go ahead and continue.
is mind you that the village frowns upon that, you know what I mean? So you're also like a very powerful person, but you're going out of your way to be like, hey son.
Dear son,
You're not
I
gonna say
forgive
my
you
name anymore,
for
Jose?
the no, you've interrupted me too many times. Dear son, I forgive you for the sins for which you are about to commit, have been committing, and will commit the rest of your life, because none of us are perfect, and that's why forgiveness is divine. As you set out and embark on this quest of carnal instinct, you are likely going to come across some females, maybe males, because I saw how sometimes you were handling some of the male,
Oh, come on,
male horses.
Dad.
That is a sin, and you are subject to committing it. So it shall not leave this letter. And I still forgive you, even if you choose to do that. Inevitably, you're going to come at a crossroads. And you're going to think, is this the lifestyle I want to live, or do I want to go back and live to my full potential, knowing that not only do I get the forgiveness of my Father, but also my Father in heaven, also of my village, and that we live a quaint, modest, loving, adoring lifestyle without its ridiculous selfishness and centralism and consumerism that has plagued the entire world. Because at the end of the day, when people take surveys, even when we believe in electronics, we always score highest on the satisfaction survey. Therefore, I forgive you on whatever choice you make in life. Love your father. P.S. I forgive you.
Oh wow, so you're not even saying come back.
Nope.
You're making me like you're going into my brain.
Correct, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm not there to decide for you as your father. I'm there to just provide insight, and you make the choice.
And I think honestly, dude, because it would be nice to live with the Amish. You don't think so? Like, do they probably have nice like proms? Right? They have to do some sort of dances. So
Of course, they dance.
they have to have
Yeah.
like a prom or a homecoming. Dude, an Amish homecoming house is probably nice.
Yeah.
dog.
And you appreciate things like a warm house, like if you're out all day in the winter, right? Because they live mostly in Pennsylvania,
Dude,
right?
and I bet you some of them are like, they got some baddies.
Oh, yeah, they have to.
Because if you think about the LDS, right? Like here, it's like, oh, the Mormons, and like, yeah, they're like all hyper bred and stuff like that. But dude, they got some.
Some of them, yeah.
You know what I mean?
The inbreeding at some point, there's like just an anomaly.
Yeah.
the
The deities.
It's
you
like the
know?
Spider Verse, right? The anomaly, the little glitch. It's like, okay, you know what? Maybe there's something here.
Yeah, but that's like most of them are like, oh damn, like
Yeah, that makes
know?
sense.
still waters run deep. You know.
Yeah.
Okay,
She's
so
got a
that's
little lake between those thighs.
so that's number 4.
Great Salt Lake. Yeah.
You know. Okay, so that's number 4. So let's see. For 3, I would have picked maybe. Let's see. Oh man, somebody's. We got a couple Asians. Maybe people from India.
Yeah, they're pretty strict.
Yeah. Because I don't even see people from India. They don't even hang out with Mexicans.
It's because they're scamming everyone.
But that's why they should be hanging out with Mexicans.
Yeah. Yeah, but dude, they stick out though. Their accent is way too like. I don't think I've ever heard one where they can mask their accent. Like if they grew up,
Indian
their
without an
accent's
accent.
forever, yeah.
Oh yeah. If they're
If born
to be
here,
born.
sure that they won't
Yeah.
have it. But if they're never getting rid of it.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a good one too, man. What would they tell you in India? You think what it's because they do arranged marriage over there, huh? In India, is that what
Yes,
it
they
is?
do. Yeah.
But it would. But
I'm
it's only
trying
the
to sell
nice
you
looking.
3 cows
I don't know.
for the 4 people. No, they have incredibly beautiful women.
Yeah, but then they also have some. Is India the one that has like? I guess some Indian. They have some hot guys, but it's like, dude, some of the people there, like, I don't care if you're
Yeah,
trying
you think
to
of
arrange the
Bollywood.
marriage.
Bollywood. That's probably what you're thinking of. Which
Like,
I mean,
bro, you get
sure.
the tree man or whatever. Like,
Oh, God.
who's gonna want to marry him?
the wolf man.
Yeah.
He's just covered in full hair.
Yeah, the one that eats glass. You know what I mean, dude?
Yeah.
Can you imagine, dude? You get married to the guy that
That lays in a bed of nails.
a bed of nails.
Just-
Like, bro.
this is your side of the bed.
He's like, Jesus,
Dude,
must
you
be
can
cute.
have it. I'm sleeping on the fucking couch.
Dude, could you imagine, dude? That's why they believe in weird gods. You know, it's like,
Cows.
well, and the ones that got like 30 heads and mice, because
Yeah.
they're like, Jesus, like he cried over 3 nails. Dude, it's like
Yeah.
I'm sleeping on the
Do
bed.
I do
of
this every
nails.
night?
Nothing happens to
Yeah.
me. You know.
Their favorite band, 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, he walked on water. I walked on nails.
I walked on fire.
And I was watching a video, dude, when they go with the rats. You seen that one? That they worship the rats. They go to the rat temple.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, and if you find a white rat, that means you get like 10 years of good luck.
Oh, and nobody over there died of COVID because they're cooking with their feet all the time, anyways. They'll walk in dirty streets and proceed to stir their curry with the ground that they just walked on. And they're like, oh, that's the Kashmir powder. Just sprinkle it on with their feet.
Would you lick Indian
No.
foot?
No, I'm not licking anyone's feet. I don't care if they got out of the shower and are squeaky clean. I'm not licking anybody's feet.
You want to do? Oh, let me get some of that freaking Himalayan. You don't
Some Himalayan salt. Yeah. Some of that Afghan chicken.
Sala burduk, or what do you call it?
Some of that samosa chat.
I want none of that. That dude, if we made a nastiest list, that would be like one of the nastiest punishment. You know what I mean? Like,
Ugh.
bro, imagine Jesus, bro. Like maybe that's why Jesus doesn't like fuck with India. Maybe that's a good thing for him. Like, cause you know how Jesus like
He just left the Asian continent alone. He's like, nah, no.
Yeah, because remember Jesus, they were into washing feet. You know?
Yeah, of course.
Can you imagine?
He's like, I'm not watching here. I'll be down here for 10 years.
You
It'll
guys
be-
worship the rats.
It'll
bro.
take longer for him to wash their feet than he does to resurrect in 3 days. Like, come on. He's got better things to do.
Because that, dude, imagine it's just like the water. Because they make fun of the white people, right? When they did the communal bath or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
But then can you imagine a family from, you know,
India.
from Bollywood or whatever
Yeah.
you said? Dude, and maybe where it's like, that's not everywhere, you know, but that's
Of
pretty.
course. No, that's just the stereotype.
So where is it though? Like where they have those countries? You said it's in Bollywood?
I mean, all across India, they would have
Like the
any typical
freaks.
thing. Yeah. The freak.
You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, downtown anywhere is going to have the biggest of freaks of any culture.
Oh, dude, downtown India though, that's probably fucking lit. You know, it's like
On fire. Because everyone's walking on it. It's just-
imagine, dude, you're just like walking there. It's like there's like you said, somebody walking on glass, somebody walking on hell, somebody walking
Yeah.
on fire. You have to tree man.
it's
that.
just a paradise for Old Spice. You know, like that's where they should shoot a commercial next time.
the elephant man. You know,
The elephant man, all those things. Psoriasis, leprosy. Dude, they can film a Pfizer commercial out there too.
dude, that's why probably Jesus. He's like, bro, I'm gonna go to heaven, dog. You know, 'cause that's
Yeah.
like, my son. No, you're gonna go to, because they have
Dude,
like,
that's what he meant when he's like, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Then he rolls his eyes and head hangs.
Because you know they say
so
it's
does
like
he.
with they're like that Jesus or whatever visited the Americas. You know how
Yeah.
they have that, but they don't have that. To your points, like they don't have anything that he visited Asia.
He didn't go
you know?
further east. Let's just say that. You know, he was Middle East. He's like, this is far enough east, anyways.
And I'm gonna go to the west.
Dude, and he had like nice long hair, Goldilocks, right? So she had the two extremes, and the middle one is the right one. Oh, this is just right, or whatever. I can't remember the nursery rhyme, but Middle East was as good as it got for him. And he goes, "Nope, I'm going westward now."
I was watching a map of Jesus actually.
Everyone went westward too, because remember, Columbus wanted to go to India, but he ended up going west.
Well, because they were trying to avoid going through India.
I know, yeah.
They're like, "Where he's gonna go through the other side?" Dude, when do you think that they became savages? You know, like
India
that they started doing crazy
before.
shit.
I mean, clearly before Columbus. Maybe it's when they had the. I don't know. Shiva. I don't know if this is blasphemous, but Shiva, the god with the multiple arms.
Yeah, that's like the one from Street Fighter, huh?
No.
Who's the one that has like? Is that from Killer Instinct?
The forearm person? You're thinking of Shiva from Mortal Kombat.
Oh, okay.
And I think she appeared in the third one. She wasn't in the second one. God, now you threw me off my... I forgot. But yeah, I don't know. Early. Very early.
Not doing back then, because even their gods were creepy, huh?
Yeah, BC for them stands before curry.
Oh, bro. Okay, so what about this, huh? So what if there's a battle of the gods, dog? Like,
They might
Greece,
win.
bro. Greece against India, bro.
Dude, India might win. They have mysticism galore.
God, like,
They have the elephant head god. They have multiple arm god who can like throw fucking...
no, but you can get a Minotaur,
Oh, fucking Minotaur's not gonna do shit, man.
a Pegasus. Oh, come on, bro. You see
That would be a
fucking-
good. We'll need to do that for another episode to do like
You see a Pegasus?
Indian god versus dude, because they have I think
Battle
Shinsu
of the
Shenzu,
gods.
the god of 1,000 hands. Dude, that guy would piece up
Hey.
everyone. Can you imagine that?
Oh, the god of 1,000.
Do you know the amount of
hands. That was my
domestic
uncle.
violence cases he had? Crazy.
The god of 1,000. hands.
He alone could take on Mount Olympus by himself.
Oh, god of 1,000. That's pretty crazy. Huh?
Yeah,
Dude,
he had hands for everybody.
Yeah, he'd love to live in L.A. You
Oh,
know?
God,
Can you
man.
imagine walking out of a store just freaking...
Hands for everybody. That would be another good one too. You can throw the Shinto religion from the Japanese in
Oh,
there.
I don't know that one. I don't know.
Because they have
much
like
about
Amaterasu.
What's that?
He's like that's the god of fire, like the sun. And then you have Tsukuyomi, that's the god of the moon.
Tsukiyami, huh?
Yeah, just Saki. And then they have so many like different gods too.
Because Mexicans, they have the Aztecs, but you don't hear about their gods. Like, bro, their god just want a guy that wants a heart. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like, bro.
Yeah, Puerto Rican gods, they're just like agriculture. That's it.
Yeah.
They just wanted to grow some fruits and then be good.
Yeah. What else could we be missing from? I think those are like Greek, right? Greek gods.
Norse gods,
What are those?
Norse
ones?
mythology, like Thor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
That
Norse.
guy's real?
Yeah.
Thor?
That's the
Oh, wow. I thought he was from Marvel only.
no. That's from Norse mythology.
So he had a nice hammer?
I mean, I don't know. I couldn't check. So yeah, there's the
But
Norse.
he, like, for real, he had a hammer even in the real one?
Yeah,
The Norse one?
yeah. That's how he went to war. Like Ragnarok is like their apocalypse thing, like the big war.
Damn, bro.
But yeah, Shinto would be fun. Norse, Greek, and then I mean, there's Roman as well, but it mimics Greek
Yeah.
because it has like Jupiter and all them.
And dude, honestly, dude, if you're a guy, your name's Jupiter, gay, like, who's gonna fear a freaking
You have
Jupiter?
you have no option
like, bro.
but to be homosexual.
That's why they were doing all those weird things. Hercules, you know,
Hercules.
you know, Poseidon. They have like, dude, they might have like the weirdest names, right? That it's like nobody in like with those names, like they don't have fire names. bro.
Odysseus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's a lady with the snake heads?
Medusa.
Yeah, you know, like she's probably the hardest one.
Physically true, you know. Everyone turned to stone when she was around. She got everybody bricked up.
But it's like the names they just like don't hit. You know, they got Poseidon, they got Hades. I mean,
Yeah.
Hades is kind of nice.
Hayes is pretty dope.
Dude, imagine maybe you
They had
get
Hermes. Which at first when I was a kid I'd always say Hermes, which sounds a bit like hermaphrodite.
Oh, I thought herpes.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't know about
For
that as a
men,
kid.
Hermes.
Yeah, Hermes. Hers and mine, Hermes.
Hermes.
Who else? What are the names? Hera. Ares, the god of war. That's actually a pretty hard name. Ares is pretty dope.
Yeah.
Hera, Aphrodite.
Aphrodite or whatever. Right?
Yeah, Aphrodite's like the god of love or whatever.
See, that one sounds sexy. You know what I mean? Like, oh, Aphrodite.
How about Philoctetes? That's a stupid name. Dude, that's just like some.
That's a side order of. You know what I mean?
That's a diseased mammogram. Philoctetes.
Come on. Man. Dude, but imagine you get like Anubis, right, bro?
That's Egyptian.
I know, but
the Egyptian
to go
gods
against
would be
like
good,
Poseidon or something
yeah,
like that.
because
Right?
you have Ra.
Oh yeah, the Ra. What is it?
You're thinking of the winged dragon.
Winged dragon
of
of
Ra
Ra.
from Yu-Gi-Oh. But Ra is the sun god. Yes.
Ra, ra.
Lady Gaga.
So, dude, do we also have to maybe run through the battles of like
The different religions.
the devils, right? Because imagine if,
demons?
imagine if it's like, okay, the world ends, right? Like maybe we hit by an asteroid or whatever. You know what I mean? Elon
Sure.
Musk or whatever does something crazy, right?
Yeah. Wait. So are we picking Indians for number 3 first of all before we get too sidetracked?
Yeah, you think Indians
Yeah, that's
for number
fine.
3?
I can accept that. Strict parents. Yeah.
Because I was going to think now that we're talking about going to heaven or hell, it's like, let's say, okay, the world ends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now there's like a battle of like the top devils have to claim the people, right? So now it's like Jesus, we know he's the only real one. All the other guys, like I don't know, right?
Fairy tales.
Exactly. So, but now the devils, they got Poseidon, they got Anubis,
Yeah.
Machu Picchu or whatever, So now
Giratina.
Giratina, right? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
She's a black one, or who is she?
Oh, she's biracial, black and white. Yep.
I knew it. So it's like, so they have to fight for like the people that they take to hell. Like who would be like, who would be the top? Like I think Anubis, he might be one of the final bosses, right? It's like Anubis, Satan. Like who's like if we're talking about like
Poseidon and Hades.
the people from the dark arts, like the dark lords,
Hades.
Dark Sith, Hoss maybe.
Yeah, Darth Maul.
Is that the red guy?
Yeah.
God, that's nice, dude. I always thought like he was like a devil or something. I never watched that movie
Yeah,
because
he
of
looked
that
like
guy.
a devil, yeah.
My parents never let me watch. It's like, dude, that's a devil.
They never let you watch it?
No, because they had that guy.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Okay.
he's a devil.
Just saying, who would they fight for?
Or who's like the top devil?
The top.
Because you got
devil.
Lucifer, right? The son of the morning.
Yeah. Lucifer might be number 1, but
But it's like, bro, like he doesn't have any cool features, really. What does he have? Like Anubis, he's got the head of a dog, bro. Imagine your guy's like, he comes out with the head of a dog, dude.
and it's like a Doberman dog too. It's pretty hard.
Yeah. Because if I go to
Poseidon
hell
has
and
a
it's
trident.
Lucifer, yeah.
Poseidon has a try. That's pretty hard. Like, dude, he just has a big fork.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds dumb, but it's dope. And he commands the waters. the
And
seas.
Hades, he's purple. He's got nice hair.
And he
LGBTQ plus.
and he owns Cerberus, the 3-headed dog,
Oh, I forgot.
which is
about
basically 3 of Anubis in one.
that. Damn.
So it might be Hades.
That's cultural appropriation, huh? son?
Yeah.
That's when they went to the thing of Alexandria.
Oh yeah, it's like the trends. He hops on every trend. He's just, oh, this is my cause too.
Damn, bro.
It might be Hades.
Hades probably
Yeah.
Hades against Satan, because Lucifer is different than Satan, right?
Yes.
So would you say like Satan, bro? He's like, damn, he goes pretty fucking hard.
What about Baphomet?
I don't know who that one is.
He's the one with the goat
Let
head.
me look it up really quick for the people know.
Baphomet. He's the one with the goat head.
Let's look up a couple satanic things while we're at it.
Change up your little algorithm.
My water. Let's see, Baphomet. It's that Wobbuffet, huh? And you spell it with an F or how you spell
PH.
it? Oh, nice. Oh, let's see what they got.
See?
Oh, which one's this one? You said is just called that? Baphomet?
That's the satanic god.
Oh, dang, boy. That's that Luciferian, huh? Look at this one's throwing up the middle finger or something like that.
It's throwing up the shocker.
Yeah, this one's pretty hard, actually. Huh?
Yeah, I might still side with Hades, but I know this one's a very popular one.
Oh, yeah, look at these ones, bro. You said, what is this, like a Capricorn is in the house, this one?
Yeah, but and a Gemini at the same time.
Yeah.
This wannabe. He's a tranny. Look, he's got titties.
Where? Oh, this one. Nah, bro. He's a
Scroll
stroller
up.
boy.
No, he's got titties. Scroll up a little bit further. See, look, titties.
Oh, nice, dude. I might want to look at him though. Oh, this one's buff. Look at this
Oh,
one.
that one
huh?
had a mastectomy. Come on,
It's
now.
that Shia LaBeouf right here, Hoss. Oh, this one's pretty hard too, though, Hoss. I'm not gonna lie.
So yeah, maybe that's the one all the Indians want to get.
You want to get to this guy?
Yeah, they want to have sex with him.
That's why they all look like that.
Yeah.
So they sit like that, huh?
Well, he's a goat. So. I still give it to Hades. You can vote for who you want, but I give it to Hades.
Hades is cool, but it's like Hades against Satan, bro. Because like, bro, Satan, they say he can turn into different things. You know what I mean? He can be just fire. He can be like, he can also be a goat. He can be a dog. They say so many things about
I mean,
Satan.
Satan's still the only one active out here, though, right? Because
He's in the streets.
yeah, like he's active. The other ones, like Hades lost to Zeus, and he's throwing a fit in the underworld. He's not doing anything because people aren't saying like, "Oh, that's." They say, "Hey, that's Satan's talking to you. The devil's talking to you." They don't say that's Hades is telling you to do bad stuff.
He's still
They
putting
say
that work. He's in
Satan
these
is the one, yeah.
streets.
And then like Poseidon, he lost to Zeus as well. Also throws a fit. He's in the water crying, cry me a river, Poseidon. Baphomet, I mean, they're just waiting for social health care so they can have more surgeries. But Satan's actually out here doing work. He's hustling.
Still, right? And saying he doesn't discriminate. He doesn't say like, "Oh, it's too late."
Nah,
He adapts to the time.
he's on the grind. Yeah,
He adapts to the time. He's like the ultimate businessman.
He's like all my life, been
Yeah.
grinding all my life.
Dude, Satan was like the first demon on social media, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, bro,
And
Anubis.
Social Security. Just Satan's
That's why they got
still out here
all the 10,000 whatever socials that are
Yeah.
140 years old.
Satan being lazy, myth busted.
Busted.
Which means that laziness is not a sin because he's if laziness was a sin, he wouldn't be out here working hard
I don't
because
know
he
what
only
that
embodies
means.
sin. But
So you're saying that being lazy is good?
I mean, being lazy is godly, like because God only has a rest day. Satan doesn't have a rest day.
Oh, dude.
God has a rest day. Satan
come
does not
on.
rest.
I think we're going to hell.
Putting in that work. So it's just food for thought.
God is the only one that rests out, dude. That
God is
little-
the only one that takes time off. He's on the FMLA.
Oh, my son.
Bereavement. That's why we get 3 days bereavement. Is that why companies do that?
That's crazy.
The Son of
dog.
God got 3 days, and then he resurrected. Like you get 3 days of bereavement,
Damn,
paid.
bro. I didn't even think about that. That's fucking crazy.
I'm telling you.
I am.
See what happens when we don't have guests? I can actually think like above,
Like a
high.
scholar?
I don't have to dumb myself down. Just kidding.
Just have a conversation.
It's just nice to be smart for once, you know.
Oh, damn,
I have
huh?
to entertain people. Just
Dude,
kidding.
you have to repent now. I think that's the thing you got to repent.
Yeah, just ego.
God is lazy.
Yeah.
all the time.
I'm gonna have to definitely ask for free. I
God-
mean, he has a sense of humor also, so I hope
yeah,
that
he's
he
got a
forgives me for
perfect
that.
sense of humor.
Yeah.
God is good. Oh, or you say like that? Huh? God is
God is
lazy
good all the time.
All the time.
God is lazy 1/7 of the time.
Oh.
1 out of 7 days.
But that would be nice because that means in heaven you gotta at least
You
a
get
day.
to rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's actually He's union.
So that means that means that there is stuff going on in Christian heaven.
That's true. They're putting in work still.
Yeah, so they still must have parties, right? Because we talked about the other heavens. Which heaven was it? Oh, Jehovah Witness heaven. Yeah, that one's dead. Dude, North Korea. Okay, let's put that for strict parents. Number 2, North
They
Korea.
got one parent and one parent only, and he's the strictest.
Daddy Kim, huh? Dude, would it be nice though if you were a dictator host? Like, you're like, hey, come over here. Like, I'm backing you up. I don't care what you say. Like,
That takes kind of the fun out of the hunt, though. Like, there is something to be said. You know,
but
when
that's already your power trip.
what's the power? Just telling
Like
them
that
to
you're
just-
Kim Jong Un, baby. You know, I want to make you Kim Jong Un. You know?
Yeah, but then there's no like set because they don't really want you. It's nice when they actually want you back. That's why, like, when a female actually is like gives you back some of the teasing and
Oh, yeah.
you know just kind of the back and
A
forth.
little bit of the chase. Do you think he
Yeah.
wants some of that?
Oh no, he just
Kim
demands and
Jong-un?
he gets it, and I don't think that's as fun.
Maybe
It's
that's
like
why he's
playing
not
video. Like when I
fulfilled.
play, I don't like playing only on easy mode. It's not as entertaining. when you have a challenge, sometimes you lose, sometimes you win, but it makes the wins that much
Legendary
better.
mode.
Oh yeah,
Halls, you ever play Grand Theft Auto or no?
I have.
Yeah.
The last one I played though was
Vice City.
Yeah, that was the last one.
So did you remember when the strippers came out? You were like, oh, I want to go get a couple hookers,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. I remember when I was a kid. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, and then they would get in the car, and the
you
car
can
would
hear the
squeak.
car squeak. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, dang, dude.
And then I saw my friend, because I never even considered this. I was playing with my friend. He did the thing, right? And then the lady hops out of the car. He hopped out of the car and kills her. Like, he
Get
beats
the
the
money?
shit. Yeah. And I'm like, why'd you do that? He's like, I'm not spending my money on that bitch. Like, he's being frugal in the game.
Dude, he's
A game that's
killing
not
it
real.
now.
Yeah. He killed her.
Dude, that was always a thing because I remember when my buddy got Grand Theft Auto.
And why were those chicks attractive? They were all squares.
Yeah, but it's your imagination.
Of course,
you know what I mean?
of course.
Dude, your imagination back in the day, that was the 8K. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah,
it
that
could
was
just be-
that VR.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like back then our imagination was so good. Like even the screen looked like, oh, bro, it's like hyper realistic.
Yeah, those little
you know?
pixelated nipples.
Yeah, it made
just-
you imagine.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, I want to go in there. That's that real metaverse.
Sometimes I imagine.
Because my buddy, he did the same thing too. Like I remember when we got the game, he's like, dude, you got to come over. I'm like, why? He's like, I'm going to take you so we can go to the strip club and you can,
Yeah.
He's like, watch this. And you can pay the lady. I was like, oh, damn, bro. Now I think about it, it's like both me and my buddy are just like bricked up,
Over a video
the
game.
whole time
Yeah.
with a video game.
The thing is, too, they had like good radio stations in Vice City. I don't know if you remember that. So sometimes they would have a song. It's called "Self Control" by Laura something. But anyway, I can't remember what radio station it was on. But that song was so good that even if I was on a mission in the game and the song came on, I just kept driving to listen to the song, and I'd have to restart the mission over because
really?
like the time would run out.
Oh, it was one of the songs that was linked to the mission.
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
So
Yeah, that was fun when they started doing that. Like the radio stations and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
So
But
it was
Vice
nice.
City, I like that one too. But that was one thing that I always did with my buddies. Like, oh man, like, dude, we did a lot of like, is it called homosexual or what is like stuff like that back then?
homoerotic things.
Because you had to. It was like communal sharing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like you found something else. Like, oh, I'm gonna show
That
you
was
this
arousing.
picture. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Dude, I got this picture of Vanessa or something.
Yeah.
Pass it around, you guys.
Yeah, I remember that this kid. I'm not going to say his name just in case, but we were in middle school.
Just in case. Was
Just in case he's listening. It's not even his name. But we'd go outside middle school, we'd ball, usually play basketball. But this was fall time, so back then we had the game called Smear the Queer, which
Yeah.
they decided to ban, by the way. But anyways, which is funny because people wanted the ball, but that's who you're smearing is the queer. This kid, he was of Caucasian descent, and he loved hip hop culture. And he was honestly like, I don't think the word is thrown out there very often anymore, but wigga, like he was the definition of a wigga.
Oh yeah.
And he was like,
Was he wearing like FUBU and stuff like that?
Yes, like, and I had FUBU on as well.
Dude, but FUBU, that was like the thing for Wiggas. You know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
were a Wigga, you had to have FUBU, bro.
So, like I had FUBU on and like Rockaware and Aniche and all those, but so did he. And then he had like the chains on too back then. Even as in middle school, he had chains, and I'm pretty sure he stole them. But anyways, he was always cool with me. So he brought DVD players. Like he would have a portable DVD player in his backpack. And then we'd watch sometimes DVDs out there. And then he's like, oh, look at this DVD I found. I don't even remember the movie. All he did was he immediately skipped to this part where it's like a party scene. And then there's chicks that are like at the strip club just showing their tits. And that's all he would watch on loop for like 15 seconds, all of recess, all of lunch. He'd just rewind those 15 seconds.
Bro.
So I watched it like a couple times. Like, that's kind of nice. And I'm like, this is boring. I got to go. That's probably the most homoerotic thing I've done.
Because there was even like VCRs or like DVD players, they even had a loop option, remember?
Yes.
So you can like hit the loop and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, dog, that was so
That's
good.
all. He would just sit there. He would pant hard, staring at the screen. 15-second loop.
My buddy,
The first Vine or TikTok or whatever it was.
shout out R.I.P. Divine. I had a couple, dude. What was like crazy in mine was like we were in 6th grade. Shout out to Valley Crest. Shout out to Valley Crest Elementary. But they, dude, the perverts over there were the Bosnians, bro. So they would have these like jerk off parties, like when we were in 6th grade.
Yeah.
So it's this guy, the guy that would arrange everything. His name was Elvis. You know, it's like, bro, like, of course that's his name. You know, he's like a guy that's super bossy, and his name's Elvis. You know, everybody was like the Mir, Samir. You know what I mean? Feig. Like everybody else had a regular Vladimir. You know, and this guy Elvis, bro. And he was one that either he like had internet or he had an older brother, but he would get like he would have like porn access to like full DVDs or whatever, right? So it's like, dude, he would start handing out flyers like but you have to be like one of his boys, you know?
Sure.
Like, so like I got a flyer. I'm like, dude, what is this for? He's like, we're gonna have a porn party. You know, I was like, so what do you guys do? He's like, they just like put on the movie, and then you start jerking off. Like everybody starts jerking off, and he's like, whoever finishes last loses. So it was like they were trying to
who got off the faster
so
you get off the
like,
better.
Yeah, but I was like, yeah, I'm not going to that, you know.
Yeah.
But it was like, dude, they would come to their hands were all callous the next week over the weekend. And they would all just like, they were like after the jerk party, bro, like, so it was like they would do it on the weekend. So then when they came back, you would just see them like all of them were talking about like, you know, they were like in the circles just talking about like their experience, or they were like mocking the guy that couldn't like nut, you know, like the one that took the longest. Like, oh, you came, it took you so long. And everybody was just like mocking him.
So I know we spoke. Number 3 was Indian parents, and we're on North Korean parents right now.
Yeah,
but so just to go back to Indian parents, okay. There was this kid, and he lived in Ogden, like South Ogden. We had family friends. We go up there every weekend.
Oh, are they still family friends also?
Have
you done better? That's the best you could do back then.
I mean, their family is still friends with ours. But I just don't go there anymore. And in that neighborhood, there was a homeschooled kid, and he was of that descent, right? The Indian. I'm not going to say his name just because I feel like that would be a bit obvious, but they called him Peter. I'm like, your name's not Peter. You can't even say Peter, right?
Yeah.
But he was a nice kid, and so we were early teens. And he would play basketball with us, or like catch when we had like a baseball and mitts or whatever. If it was snowing, we'd go sledding or whatever, and he'd kind of join us. And he was a little strange, as one would imagine, with homeschooling. But he was very nice, too. Like, everyone felt comfortable around him, boys and girls. He was actually pretty social with the girls, too, which was kind of strange if you were homeschooled, at least in my opinion.
Oh, so he was, like, social, like, just interacting or, like, hitting on them?
Social interacting, and he would try to flirt with them. He wouldn't do super well, but the girls liked it because he was such a nice guy, right? He's a very respectful kid. And then he had discovered naked ladies on the interwebs.
Oh, really?
Okay? Yeah.
Nice.
But the thing is, because he had limited access, because his parents were strict, and he had good grades because he was home all the time, Halloween time came around, and then you would see some of the older teenage girls or adult ladies, you know, being very, very provocative with their dress. And it was like overwhelming his senses. And I know this because we went to go trick or treat with our family friends, and I saw him. He was like not doing well in the sense that you can tell that his hormones were just on overload.
Freaking Geyser, huh?
And then, but I didn't see him the rest of the night. Like we went trick or treated. Me and my family got home like pretty late. Next day, go to school, whatever. And then next time I go back, which is like a month later, so we're like end of November, close to December time. The neighborhood kids kept calling him Peter Pumpkin Skeeter. And I'm like, well, why are they calling him Peter Pumpkin Skeeter? So I guess he had admitted that he was ejaculating in pumpkins because you know when like they have when they have the candles in them, and he's like, oh, it's warm, and it's like the pumpkin flesh is soft, and he goes, I didn't want to like be gross
it's
to anyone.
Moist.
He didn't know what to do, like so he would just go to a porch, find one that was lit, he'd like blow out the candle, take it to the back, do his business, and set it back, and then go find another. Like he did it like 4 or 5 times. And so, like, when he admitted, because he was guilty, because he's like a nice
guy. Huh?
So they called him Peter. And then after, like, that year, like, after the new year for 2, I don't know if they moved.
Did he move?
I hadn't seen him since.
Yeah, I was going to say, with those allegations, those spread around that you have to move, us.
Yeah, and that was like, because, you know, there's that tale, the Peter Pumpkin Eater.
Yeah.
They called him Peter Pumpkin Skeeter. And I was like, that's pretty gross.
Bro. And back then, it's like, dude, you get a name like that, your family has to move.
Yeah, you can't do anything about that.
Because now you're the Skeet family.
Yeah,
The
you're skating into
skaters.
pumpkins. And the thing is, like I said, he was a nice kid and the girls liked him, and I think he would have done well had he waited like an extra year or two. But, the hormones got the best of him, so wherever he is, God rest his soul if he's...
And the hormones, right?
Jeez, man. Hormones loudly, okay? Oh, man, that's a good pun. Hormones got to him, I love their
can't
sound of
hear
their
it.
voice.
It's like Poseidon or whatever, the one with the how they have in the sea, they have in the ocean, they have the sirens, the mermaids. you know?
Yeah.
And they're moaning and they're enchanting you. That's
Yeah, moaning myrtles. Couple moaning myrtles. So, anyways, North Koreans, number 2.
Yeah, that's a good one, right?
Yeah, they have to be number 2. That
You
makes
can't
the
even
most
take a
sense.
dude. Imagine you're in North Korea. You can't even take a girl on a date, to us.
Dude, it's difficult.
How do you ask a girl on a date in North Korea?
Dude, you can't because you're busy trying to feed yourself. How are you going to take her on a date to eat anything?
So they don't have sex over there, you think, or what happens?
They do because they reproduce, but I imagine it's almost like the government is involved. It's like sanctioned. Like,
They have to watch,
You
like,
will
yes,
fuck this time, make babies for North Korea. And then the girls
So you can't even have like free will sex.
I don't know. I don't think so.
They don't talk about that, huh?
No.
Because they have they have a population thing that's going down over there.
I know South Korea's population is going down.
Oh, really?
And they're the ones that are free. So
Well, free to just play games.
I'm not free like you can pick one up for free. I'm just saying they live more free lifestyle. But I imagine North Korea's population is also decreasing.
Or what movies do you go to? Dude, you go.
They control everything within it.
Man,
so,
that was like you're in
Papa
North
Kim,
Korea.
you don't want Papa Kim around.
You're in North Korea. What kind of date are you taking a girl like to North Korea? If you think about it, like,
Either way, she's eating something. She's hungry, and I have plenty to give.
Yummy, yum, that yummy. Shorty got that
Oh,
yummy.
man. I don't know anything. In
A
North
little
Korea.
Yakult toast?
None of it is good. Like if maybe I'll sneak in like a USB drive and like
dang,
and
plug
a
it up
screen
to
and just show them like a normal cartoon.
A Game Boy, bro, man.
Yeah,
You hit him with that fucking Game Boy.
show them
dog.
Pokemon.
Oh.
Like, look, this is your number one enemy created this. The Japanese.
And,
Like
you see
Japanese
some of
created
that?
this. It's like, yeah. Then they love Japan all of a sudden, and then the Asian hierarchy starts crumbling before their
A
own
little
eyes.
Hello Kitty, huh?
Before their own eyes, and it's going to take a while to see it crumbling, but they'll see it eventually.
You could go to a park. You don't think so, Us? Maybe they got a
Kim Jong Park.
no slides, no swings.
Oh man,
It's just wood chips. Could you, dude? What is on a freaking? Man, they got the workout machines. They got workout machines.
oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like those
Yeah.
ones where they like the beach ones and stuff like that. Like that's what they have.
Like the ellipticals and
Monkey
stuff.
bars. Well, no, they hate black people. I forgot.
There's nothing to do in North Korea.
Wow.
There's so much of nothing that they don't even know that there's a better outside world.
You know, maybe Jose have those. Remember those boats that are shaped like swans and you pedal?
Yeah,
Maybe they have those,
they don't have those.
bro. Because they have all the stuff that it's like all the recalls from the world. I feel like they get all the stuff that's like no longer needed. They get it's like Cuba almost. Like I feel like they get that from
Everything
another
that's
country.
outdated.
Yeah, like that. Because even their hotels look like so old and stuff like that. You know.
Maybe they have the racer scooters now.
Oh,
They
dude,
just got
the
those.
technology. It's
Yeah.
like they're barely in the 90s.
Yeah, they got a couple
And
Sega
they're all
Dreamcasts.
refurbished.
Yeah. Oh, I think they just got the what are they called? Beanie Babies. I think they just discovered that.
Nice. Imagine getting one of those things refurbished. That would suck.
Yeah,
A razor.
these are gonna have a high resale. They just
or like when they show like the
like Jordan right now is on his first three-peat out in North Korea.
over here you guys are paying millions. Go to North Korea,
Yeah.
you idiots.
You can go to a game for free out there. They have Korean Michael Jordan.
Yeah, it's not the retros. They're on the regular
Oh, they're
Jordans.
on the live right now.
Why do you think Rodman went there? He actually just wanted to go get shoes.
Yeah. Rodman is Pat Riley over there.
But that would be, dude. I bet you, Rodman. You think he had sex with all the ladies from North Korea?
I would imagine he did, especially with that Kim Jong loved him, because the ladies probably saw that and they're like, dude, if our leader loves this guy, we'll give him some. Maybe
You're cooler than the leader at that point.
yeah, because the leader respects you. You're an outsider.
This guy wants to hang out with him, and you're black.
They've
bro.
never seen anything like you before. You are 3 times the size of everyone there.
You think he was the first black guy that they saw?
I probably,
Bro.
honestly, yes, because
that would be hard.
they have their own control of the internet out there. Foreigners don't really go out there outside of political like people like the president and Rodman.
He's like Dennis Rodman is like Black Jesus in North Korea, bro. Like,
The worm, you see me? That's the first worm they've seen.
that would be
Crazy.
cool too,
Yeah.
dude. That's a good black guy for the first black man to that.
Yeah,
for you
Rodman's
to
a
see.
legend.
Like, and he's like super cool. Like, damn, bro. Like,
Yeah, Rodman actually has a self-esteem. He's not worried about clout. He just wants to do what he wants to do. So that probably is one of the best interactions of anyone they've ever had.
imagine what story. Like, maybe you were in North Korea, host. You were in North Korea.
Do they know? Do you think they not know Michael Jackson?
Oh, they think he's probably white. They probably think he's like white.
Well, I'm sure they
race.
saw him out. If they saw him, that's a big if. That's what I want to know. Like, do they know the existence of Michael
Damn,
Jackson?
bro. Dude, this is honestly, we need to make like a top 5 real quick of things that North Koreans don't know, bro. Because Michael Jackson, that
Food is number one.
that would
probably.
be buffets. Dude, Michael Jackson is a crazy one.
That's what I mean. Because like, think of how famous that guy was.
Yeah, because you never seen Kim Jong Un like hit like a Michael Jackson or something. You know what I mean?
He's never like grabbed his crotch and like
Yeah.
gone on his tippy toes or anything.
Damn.
He's never
bro.
let out like oh.
Yeah.
He's never done that.
God, they don't know that. I mean, Eminem, like he was pretty global, but it's like they probably don't even know what rap is.
No.
Maybe let me look it up really quick. While you
Rap is what contains food for them. You know what I mean? It's our
look it up
rapper.
really quick.
So now we got to decide on number 1 though for number 1 most strict parents. I'm going to probably go with. I mean, it has to be an Asian culture. I don't think there's any other culture that's gonna be more strict. You don't think the Chinese, given their history?
Nah, dude, the Chinese are freaks, bro. They got so many.
That's
kids.
what I mean. That's why they're strict. Look, they limited their children, and every major company that you can think of producing anything, China is the vast majority. Their parents were like, "Dude, you're 7.
But
go
China
work
is
for
still
the family."
fun. Like, Hong Kong and stuff like that. Like, they still let them go do stuff.
For the tourists.
No, because you've seen a couple of the boys and they're perverts too. The Chinese boys, like they're kind of perverted, bro. You see them out lingering in the wild, like
They're also rejects because they their parents have disowned them.
because they let you date, man. And then they also, dude, it's kind of nice to be Chinese because then it's like, bro, they're like, oh, you're doing so good in your grades, we're gonna send you to America for an exchange student.
You're thinking of like this very small population of them, though.
Well, a very small population of them is a lot of
Yeah,
people.
their small population is our whole U.S. I get that, but still think of it. It's
Do
like
you- so you
their
think-
small population is Jehovah's Witness to us, so that's still pretty strict.
So you think that
That's that.
no Asians in Jehovah Witness, bro?
No, not at all.
So you, dude, if I
We saw nothing. You know?
they're not gonna say shit. They don't open their door.
No.
Have you ever seen an Asian open their door, bro?
Oh,
in
no.
America?
Take your shoes off. You know?
I don't even, dude. I don't even know how they get inside of their house, bro.
No.
Have you ever been in the
They
Chinese
bow
house?
and get through the threshold at the bottom of the door. No, I've never.
You never been?
I've actually been to one. It was my brother's friend, Young Fang. This was like I was in the 8th grade. And wait, when did the PS2 come out? Because he got one. Like the next day he had one. And the fact that I knew someone that had one.
Do you think it's because it was Sony?
crazy.
So they're like, oh, it's Sony.
Well, Sony's Japanese, so
Oh.
and he was actually Chinese. But either way, his family owned a restaurant out in Orem. It was a good restaurant too. We went there a couple times, so I met his family and stuff. But when we went to his house, it was also weird because his parents weren't home, his older siblings weren't home. It was just me, my brother, and him, and that was like a not allowed in my household. So I felt uncomfortable. But he had a PS2, so I'm like,
damn,
I have to play PlayStation because he had just come out the week before, and he had
So
one.
even just seeing one,
Yeah, he had.
it's like seeing Elvis with a couple of porns, you
and
know?
the house was so bare and clean, like because you take off your shoes, like all of my Asian friends do that, but like they had white carpet. It was still pristine white, but they were so minimalistic. And I don't know if it was minimalistic in the sense of, okay, company's here, so we're not going to be flashy. We don't want to invite or entice anyone to steal anything. And like it was just his TV on the entertainment center, but the entertainment center had nothing else, just the TV and the PlayStation. Like, it didn't look homey to me.
Yeah.
It was just that. And I always thought, like, oh, maybe they're minimalists, or they could have been Chinese spies, because, like, what if they have to, like, leave immediately? They don't need anything.
Just grab the PlayStation.
Yeah. I don't think he was a spy. I'm just, obviously, like, as a kid, that's just something you think about. But
dude, I've been watching some videos where they have now, like, Temu or whatever, right? And it's like, order, like, this foldable couch that turns into a bed. And it's just, like, it doesn't have a
base.
And it's just, like, these giant cushions.
I've seen it.
And I'm like, oh, that would be kind of nice. But then it's like, it looks nice, but then when people are over, right, you got a couple of fucking tall, regular Americans.
Yeah.
To try to get up out of one of those. But it looks cool, right? Because it's like,
you want me to sleep on a couch cushion? Just one? Their whole family fits on that.
But it looks cool, right? Like, I was like, damn, you can make your room like
the aesthetic looks cool for sure.
Yeah, it's like everything's lower profile. Like you said, it's like minimalistic. I was like, it actually,
what do they call it? Feng shui?
I don't know what they call it, but that sounds
Feng shui.
nice. But that's kind of the vibe right now. If you think about it, like a lot of like furniture is starting to be kind of like that. That it's like just like a simple short thing where you can just put a couple things and
minimalistic in its approach, but it's functional.
Yeah, like I kind of like that vibe, but it's like, bro, I don't want to. But I'd rather just stick it out because I'm not one of those people that like try to. I'm one of those people that I'm gonna have the same furniture and then I'm gonna die and it's gonna be like the same. Like, dude, what the hell? This guy never threw away this freaking couch.
He was a hoarder. Yeah,
you know, talking about the people that keep like the same couch. It's like, you don't know which one's gonna stick, bro. Like, what if my couch comes back in fashion? Like the big recliner, some big, single chair recliner.
You just want that afterlife clout. Like, oh, he was ahead of his time. Look at him.
Because now one of those big recliners, bro, that's not even in style. No. Now rocking chairs are back in style, bro.
Dude, rocking chairs have always been a classic for me. I love rocking chairs.
Yeah, but it's like now those are coming back, bro. You can go on Amazon, get a rocking chair.
Dude, I don't know. I've always had a rocking chair, and it's just, there's something soothing about it.
Yeah. It's just nice, bro. It's like that. It's almost like you're on like the Lord's lap. You know what I mean? Like that's probably what
it's like. You're flying, but you're not going anywhere. Constant motion.
You're hovering. You're gliding.
Yeah.
If you could make a living room host, what would you make? Like, if we can buy something, you know what I mean, to make it like either modern, like what would
Before
you?
That, we got to do our number one.
Oh fuck. We didn't pick Chinese. I thought we picked the Chinese.
You said no multiple times.
Well, I went to an ancient house. My buddy Mason, he was Chinese, and bro, he had a. I'll tell you this though, he had a trampoline, and we went there to either play video games, but bro, like inside of the house, it was freaking filthy, bro.
Yeah,
there was like so much garbage, like
it's
in
like
this room.
Restaurants.
It was I almost ordered something. Can I get the Kung Pao? But no, like the inside. I remember, like I was probably maybe only in 3rd grade.
Okay,
and the inside was just. I remember it was like clothes everywhere, like. Trash. I was like, oh, bro, that's crazy. But he had a trampoline, so that already I forgot about everything else,
Yeah.
So let's see. So we said Middle Easterns are not that bad. Canadians, Americans, Puerto Ricans. Who else do we have that maybe?
The Caribbean's out.
They want you to get people pregnant. All the Latino countries, basically,
Yeah, they want you to reproduce.
Yeah, they're like, oh, fornicate, Then they get mad at you like us, we're celibate kings. Oh, what are you doing with your life? Why don't you have
not having babies?
Why don't you have 30 kids?
Yeah.
I was like, dude. So let's see. What about Russians?
They're pretty rigid in their approach to everything.
Or something like that. Like, where's Khabib or whatever? One of those like mountainous.
Dagestan, that area.
One of those countries. You know what I mean? Like, I bet you that might be
like
rough.
Western Europe, or even Western Russia, Eastern Russia.
The bear wrestling.
Serbians.
There you go. Yeah. Those countries, the Serbics.
Jokic.
That man. All those.
That man prefers interacting with horses versus humans. That's how strict they are. Yeah, you're right. Serbians are number one.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Or whatever, that area. Yes.
That area, whatever. Yes. They're all the same country basically.
Yeah,
they dress like bears.
Just a couple lines they
draw on the only ground. Drink beer.
Yep.
Right. It's like
they live in negative 40-degree weather.
Oh yeah.
In the wintertime. And if you can survive that, it's crazy.
Dude, but they probably they stink probably number one because they sweat a lot, but
not in the winter.
But they probably have good sex, Hoss.
I would imagine.
You know, if it's like that cold all the time, like you can't do
Yeah.
too many things, so you got to shack up. That's probably where they keep the bush too. You know,
Yeah.
they stay bushy.
Yeah, it keeps the insulation.
Yeah.
It circulates their body
Keep
heat.
it like that.
And that's actually its scientific function, by the way, for anyone who's asking about pubic hair.
What do you
Look
mean?
it up. It actually does regulate body temperature.
Can I ask you a personal question about pubic hair?
Sure.
Dude, you don't think, because, bro, I remember when I was, like, young, dude, I was like, oh, man, like, why do people need landscape or whatever, manscape, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, and now it's like, bro, like, how are my nuts this hairy? You know?
Yeah, I keep mine, like, I never shave fully. No, I'm not like a 10-year-old boy. Okay, that's gross. It's trimmed, but I have hair.
No, see, because my top bush, I trim it, you know, but my actual nuts is what I'm talking about. It's like,
Oh.
those I have like the thing that it can hit your skin, but like that to me is like, how did I even get hairs there?
Yeah, I have that too.
You got hairs there now too?
I always. Well,
Oh, really?
Once I hit puberty, yeah.
No, like I didn't get like hairy like nuts. I don't think probably bro till like way later, bro. Probably till I was like 25.
No, I had it even as a kid. Like,
Oh,
as
really?
a teenager, yeah.
No, like for me, I got a bush on top, but then another like maybe a couple of hairs, but never where it was like, bro. Now it's like a fucking just like a beard, you know? I was like, dang, bro. Like now I know when people are like, oh, use promo code for Manscaped. I'm like, bro, that's what they were talking about.
The whole time. You just
Well,
found
because
that,
I
yeah.
was like a late.
No, I see what you mean.
A late
It
spreader back
just
there.
wasn't your, yeah.
I didn't have it, you know. So I was like, oh,
It's no different to me. Like, I think you asked me, my brother, like, a lot of people have asked me about, like, if I had white hair yet.
oh.
I've only had it in my nostrils. Like, I've never had it on my beard, never on my
Dude,
head so
right now,
far.
I that you're bringing it up, like,
Yeah.
never even.
I've never had, to my knowledge, right? Like, I mean, maybe if I've had one in the back that I haven't seen and maybe it's already
Damn, that's
fallen out.
crazy.
But
Your dad has white hair or no?
my dad has, like, very white hair.
Damn, that's crazy. Oh, you see, even right here, look, starting to get a couple.
Yeah, I see a couple. Because my brother does too. My brother will have like white hairs in his beard or on his head. But I've had white hair nostrils.
Damn.
So I'm like, oh, I wonder when it's going to show up. Nope.
You've had white hair in your nostrils.
Yeah, because I've like, there was one that was like hanging out, I pluck it. And I'm like, oh, that's a white hair. So I'm thinking,
Damn,
oh,
that's
maybe
crazy,
soon. And that
man.
was like a year ago. So I haven't seen one yet in my beard or none of my facial hair on my head so far. And I don't care. I'm not against white hair. I like privilege.
No, see me. That's like one thing that maybe the first year that I got it last year, like it started freaking me out.
Yeah.
So I was like plucking them. You know, it's like I was plucking the white hairs out of my beard because I'm like, oh, my beard's already like 4 different colors. I'm like, dude, now I got white in there. I'm like, that's too much.
Yeah, my dad went salt and pepper, I think, at early 40s.
Oh wow.
And his is really, like, he still has, like, small amounts of, like, the dark hair, but it's almost mostly white.
Damn.
And it's very white. So,
What's the thing that maybe scared you the most when you had like something for puberty? Do you remember? Jose?
for puberty?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm, again, not to necessarily be personal, but how hard and how often I was hard.
Oh yeah.
Like, sometimes it would just, like, it just won't go away.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So,
You
it
could
was-
bust like 12 times, bro.
Dude, and then it's like, and if you had something in school, because I actually always liked doing like the presentations and stuff. I always thought I had fun ones.
And you had a boner.
And I was good at school, so
Oh,
like
yeah.
doing and like fucking showing off how smart well, not smart, but like how well put
How
together my
powerful.
presentation
Come
was.
on.
Because
PowerPoint.
everyone always listened to my presentations. Like,
Yeah.
I may not have never been the very smartest, but my presentations were always the best. And but sometimes I'd have one, so I'd like
You have
find
to,
a
like,
way to like tuck it. Yeah.
And you have to like a good time to like slide your hand. You know what I mean? You have
Yeah.
to find like a good.
Dude, and again,
Because people
not
are
to
like,
be
what are you doing with your pee pee? You know, it's like you gotta.
Yeah, and again, not to be gross, but if it's like even on a summer day and like the hot car and you just pressed it up against it, that was somewhat alleviating.
Oh, okay.
Like this, almost like a warm towel, essentially.
That everything was like, oh, this.
Yeah, so that annoyed me. That scared me because I'm like, dude, how often can this be a thing? I can't be going like, because I'm like, is this going to be the rest of my life? Because I didn't realize it would just eventually tone down. But,
Dude, that's only sometimes why I hate that I don't have kids. It would be like funny to ask them, like, bro, why are you walking all weird? You know what I mean?
because you know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you walking over there all bricked up?
So
huh,
that was
Mario?
something that scared me.
Dude, I remember I got my first when I have a hairy chest, but the first thing that I ever got was a hair on my nipple.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, that is crazy. Like, I was like, literally in junior high. I'm like,
Sure.
what is this? I have like one. Then it started. I remember I had this girl, like, on the bus. Like, I'm like, yeah, I need to show you this. You know, I showed her. She plucked it for me. So she
Yeah.
plucked out my first nipple hair. Then after that, it was just like that grew pretty quick.
This is very vain, but when you and I first met, right? I had grown facial hair. I think when I was 17, maybe just 18. But either way, like by the time we met, I already had like a beard, but I only had the chin strap. Like I didn't. My mustache would never connect, and I didn't like it not connecting. So I always shaved my mustache. So I was concerned. I'm like, I'm never gonna have a full connecting. And now, look at this.
Dude, I was exactly the same. Like I actually always the same. Like I always just have the chin strap, no mustache.
Yeah.
And now my mustache is like so wide, and it's like
mine is
thick.
thin, but I guess that's the Puerto Rican side of me. But
yeah, mine like it would never grow. It was so weird.
Yeah.
Do you think that it helped that you were shaving it all the time, or is that just like a wife's tale?
It's stupid to think that half of me thinks no, it doesn't help. Maybe the more logistical side, but then the other side of me is it kind of has to, right? Because you're stimulating the cells, like you get blood flow. Because if you're shaving, what you're doing is you're essentially scratching stuff off, so that makes it hot because the blood dilates below the skin to heal. So I think that probably had something to do with it. I could be wrong.
Or they have those little rollers now. Have you seen those?
Well, yeah, because
like
it pokes
spikes.
holes to make you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Yes.
I don't know if I would go to that extent though. Like if I want, or I guess maybe if you wanted a beard, some people aren't like.
Oh, I thought you said that you weren't agreeing with me. I'm like, oh, that's fine. You don't have to, but.
No. I'm just saying, like, I just don't know if I wanted a beard so bad, I'm not sure if I would go to that extent to like puncture my face.
Well, yeah, because I think I admitted before that I was starting to go bald up here, and I thought about like because there's like minoxidil and finasteride are the two things that people take for it, because one of them keeps it thicker and the other one helps regrow. But then I even looked up, I don't want to take a bunch of pills for that, so I did the homeopathic thing. Right?
What's that? How come you haven't told me? Look at me, dog. What do you think?
I told you this already. Because
no, you haven't.
Yeah, because when I went to get my hair cut, I even told my barber, and he's like, dude, your hair actually looks super nice back here. When I was like, are you sure? I'm like, go ahead, look closely, okay? I don't want you telling me that. He's like, no, like your hair look nice and full, but rosemary oil.
Oh, really?
100% essential rosemary oil. And I think I do 1 part avocado oil just because my skin's sensitive. So if I did just rosemary oil, it would like really irritate me. So I do 1 part that and then to 5 parts rosemary oil.
Oh,
and just every night before I go to bed.
You do it every night?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to start doing that. Send me the link,
know.
dog.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Oh, man.
Mine, I just want to put it right here, like up in the front.
I almost did, but because my hair's growing out now, I kind of left it. Maybe I should, especially now
just
that
in
it's
case,
growing,
like, dude.
Yeah.
Because I'm the same. I don't want to try pills. I'm like,
Well, and the thing is this, dude.
They have some side effects.
Like, how much of a punk am I? Because I just said, always, I want to make it to 30 without going bald. And mission accomplished. I made it to 30, no signs of balding. Now, like, at the age of 34 is the first sign I started, like, showing thinning hair at the back of my head. I wasn't bummed, but at the same time, I had long curly hair. I hadn't had my cornrows in a while. And I thought, maybe one last run. It's like that guy that won't give up. Just that one more time. And now that's maybe where I'm at. And maybe if I can finally get my hair to grow out one more time, have my curls for a little bit, maybe do braids for 6 months. I don't know how long.
We can do braids
and I'm like,
together.
okay, this is good. It was a good run. Now I will accept it if I need to, and I'll shave it all off. But
yeah,
because I don't mind being bald, or I haven't minded shaving. But
the buzz cuts right now kind of look fire. If you notice that they're kind of in.
Well, when I had my buzz cut, everyone was complimenting me.
Yeah,
remember when I shaved my head?
Yeah, it's like,
and then like you, Alice, Javi, and a bunch of people were like, dude, that looks nice.
Yeah, so that's kind of like in right now,
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess now, maybe we can go to a couple dissections, hosts. It's kind of a hybrid. And next week, we might have to do the same, because it's going to be, Javi's not going to be here next week,
True.
remember?
Yeah.
So we're going to have a skeleton crew. Or maybe we'll plan something a little bit better. Maybe we'll leave this set up like this a little bit easier. Maybe we can have Gabino be a Wizard of Oz, or
we'll
maybe
see.
Alice,
Hopefully.
We'll see. But maybe I did want to show you a song. So if you guys are on Instagram, you're going to lose access. But I thought about a dissection for you, host. Let's see. And I kind of had already told you, but let me see. Oh, so what I'll do, stop recording the master one. We'll still be live, and then okay. All right, so again, if you're on Instagram, you're probably gonna lose us, but we'll just run it up, host, like we're doing the dissecting the song intro, I guess, and we can start.
I don't hear anything.
You're not gonna hear it. It's only gonna be on the video. I'll tell you when to go. And we are back.
Dissecting the song. My name is Hos.
And this is Jose, the king of loneliness.
We are the kings of
I am
loneliness.
the Lord of loneliness. Is it Lord of loneliness? Yeah. And were you going to make me a shirt? Sorry to interrupt.
I didn't make the shirt, but I made the design already.
Okay.
It's a pretty good design. You've already seen it, quite frankly. I actually did add the one thing that you suggested on it, so before you even suggested it, because I used powers. I made it weeks ago, and we just haven't printed it yet, but we'll have merch eventually for that.
So shout out to everybody from the Suicide Boys, for Suicide Week. That was fun.
It was. And let me say something, too, because we review songs satirically, right? We don't intend it being serious, but I enjoyed the Suicide Boys music so much that I almost didn't want to make fun of it, so I just didn't. I just enjoyed the song for what it was. Yeah,
because everybody's been cool about letting us know, putting us on game, with all of that. And then there was only one guy that is like, oh, you guys are... I'm like, maybe he hasn't watched our videos. Because, dude, we were saying G59.
No, the one was very polite about it. He goes, oh, it's not G59.
There was a couple that were polite.
Yeah, very... you guys were very nice about it. We kept saying G59, because I thought it was 59, but it's G59. And you guys politely corrected us. There's one guy that seemed a bit abrasive about it, but I don't really care.
But that was pretty fun,
Yeah.
Hey, what we'll do, the way that I mentioned it with just some of these songs, it's and today we have a different type of we're gonna do a couple of video dissections with us because he's got virgin eyes when it comes to most videos. But one thing that's been fun about especially stuff like maybe the Suicide Boys or Lady Gaga's, the stuff that we've never listened to, that we're not searching for any of it either, so you almost kind of... I was messaging one of the fans that it's you almost become a fan because you're they're putting you on game, and that's how it used to be back in the day with music. Remember?
Yes.
You had a buddy that knew this information.
They let you borrow a CD.
Yep. I got the poster and it said that he used to live here.
Yeah.
And you got your information with other fans of the music. So I'm that's why I also haven't done any research with the Suicide Boys.
It's funner to discover it from the fans' perspective versus a Wikipedia link or an article that's written by a conglomerate of music that is paid to give you a specific perspective on the music. So, and I think that's the other part too. Is again, we like doing satire a lot, but music is almost, I guess, I would say sacred for both of us. Obviously, I think most people find it that much. Music is very important to us. So, enjoying it in a more serious tone is almost more enjoyable than fun. I mean, obviously, we'll crack jokes here and there, but.
And we do, if you guys want to hit follow, make sure you guys hit the follow. You guys can also support us directly. We're going to do maybe a couple, you can join us, $2.99, and maybe we'll do a Suicide Sunday or something like that. Maybe we can do a Suicide live stream. You know what I mean?
No, do a live stream for Suicide Boys.
That would be kind of
full
fun.
album.
Yeah, we can do something like that, and let us know, what else you guys want us to, other artists. You guys, a couple sent us new dissections, but today for host, I'm going to show him a video. He's familiar with the artist because we're both hip-hop fans, but it's Outkast, and it's a song that he likes and I love a lot too, Roses.
I love the song Roses.
So I was what would be fun to watch with hosts, because I've been thinking about hip-hop ones to watch with you. I'm dude.
In fact, we've performed this song in karaoke with our friends, and the thing is, they enjoyed it because we didn't even look at the lyrics.
Yeah.
We just turned around and performed to them.
So that's what's crazy, right? It's we love this song. He has never even watched the video.
I don't, again, to explain why I grew up poor, relatively poor. I mean, we were fine, okay, but we were poor. My parents didn't believe in paying for cable television, And at that same time, I'd just rather listen to the song and do something else versus watching the music. So I just never really watch music videos, just some here and there. But that's why